Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel. To our loyal viewers and subscribers, at the channel we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because it saves lives. That is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives on this channel. We at this channel aid criminals, their financiers, their supporters, enablers, and the likes with a passion, and we do not want them over here. Yes, let us repeat ourselves. We do not want any criminal supporters over here. Please, we do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes, or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you, the criminal supporters, enablers, financiers, and all the likes, to go to prison or madness. Let me repeat myself. We at the Jamaica Young Police channel, we do not want the criminal supporters and their circle over here. We want you to go to prison or madness. Moving on to our video. Okay, to our loyal viewers and subscribers, we're just going to address only two more things with Uglism, and everything else will play out where it's supposed to play out in the courts. You understand? But we're just going to answer because people have been asking us about duppy police. Why he was arrested and charged for shooting the cops. So, we and people keep asking and why he didn't charge for desecration of the dead and all kind of stuff like that. So we're gonna explain it because it's like, the loyal viewers and subscribers that calling and asking the question. So we appreciate it that you want to learn. So that's what we are here for. Because if you're anywhere that you're getting information and you're not learning anything, that means you're getting dumber. So based on one and two little things by the loyal viewers and subscribers, we're gonna educate you guys about why duppy police was arrested and charged with murder for shooting the cops. So here's the reason why Corporal Clifford, duppy police Coleman, was arrested and charged with murder. Yes, for shooting a corpse. Some of you want me to expound on the same murder charges, which some of you are asking if it's extrajudicial killing. Let me educate you, our loyal viewers and subscribers, about the Jamaican culture of the criminal underworld that has become a part of and culture of the Jamaican Constabulary Force. So it's a Jamaican culture. We are going to let you get the full understanding of why some of our police officers are racing to become the next police don, of getting the label of making duppies. There are a twofold to this argument. Yeah, twofold. One, there is the police officer who make duppies or duppy, meaning that she killed one or several gunmen and wanted men in the defense of his or her life, which makes them a duppy maker. Then, here's one who is a jealous of the duppy maker, who wants to walk with a swag that he is a duppy maker when he is in fact a duppy killer. So that's what Corporal Clifford Coleman, you understand, he wants to be known as a duppy maker. So that's why he had shot the cops. So a duppy killer is a police officer who killed a person that the duppy maker has justifiable in killing. So the duppy killer, let me explain that part. The duppy killer, yes, is a police officer who killed a person that the duppy maker has justifiable in killing. That means the person who killed the person, and then Corporal Clifford Coleman go over the cops and shoot it. Corporal Clifford wants to get the glory for killing the corpse. So that is the reason why he did. So, and he wants credit for the duppy killed. You know, in Jamaica culture, yeah, you know, making duppy, and you know, as you have these youths in the ghetto, they just want a gun to kill somebody. But yet still in this, when they get caught, they're gonna bawl blood that they have never done anything wrong and all kind of stuff like that. So that's why I know that, and even growing up in the community where I'm from. So we continue the journey. You understand? So, and that shows how you will get a duppy killer. One of my batchmates, Corporal Duppy Police Clifford Coleman, is the epitome of a duppy killer because he is a specialist in the same. On one occasion, he was arrested and charged with murder for killing a duppy because he wanted credit for making a duppy. Here's a policeman who can only shoot dead people. That means he only can shoot corpse. But in a shootout with a gunman or a gunman, he is abysmal failure and tell lies about how he's a great duppy maker. He is nothing but a liar, a narcissistic and an unconscionable liar. Yes, and we're not using that because he's a coolie. So as you can see right there, yes, you know, people, you know, supporters of the Jamaica Young Police channel was asking if it's extrajudicial killing. So, you know, ugly some support Corporal Clifford Duppy Police Coleman, a PMP cop, arrested and charged twice with 3 counts of murder. One involves a dead man, which is a corpse, and selective condemnation. So you will never hear ugly some condemn Corporal Clifford Duppy Police Coleman for shooting the cops. And the reason why you won't hear him do that, because they are friends and they're all in the same political orbit. And you know, the political orbit of the PMP LGBTQ plus is to denigrate and to slander other people and try to destroy them name and reputation. But if you're a fool, you can fall in their trap. You know, you have to understand how propaganda work and how to handle it. You understand? So you just use truth. That's how you use truth and kill propaganda. So Corporal Clifford Duppy Police Coleman was arrested and charged with murder. At the time, he was a detective constable and my batchmate after he shot a corpse that other police officers detective has killed during a shootout. So, you know, other police and other detectives had killed the man during a shootout. And the shooting happened one early morning in Kingston Eastern Police Division. That's the same division where Ugly come from. Yeah, same division. So some people have questioned whether Duppy police actions constitute extrajudicial killing. So that's why it's there, because that's a question people have been asking us. So we're going to explain to you guys what extrajudicial killing means. Extrajudicial killing is killing a person by a government official or agent without due process of law. In this case, Duppy police was not authorized to destroy the corpse and did not do so in self-defense. But Corporal Clifford Duppy Police Coleman, he had claimed self-defense. It is difficult to understand how someone claims self-defense for shooting a corpse. That's just buckle in mind, man. A corpse is not a threat and it cannot defend itself. Therefore, there is no justification for shooting a corpse in self-defense. Can you believe that Corporal Clifford Duppy Police Coleman claimed self-defense, but he failed as the residents of East Kingston laid out his actions step by step as someone who is not smart? However, this claim is not credible. A corpse cannot pose a threat to a living person, and therefore it cannot be used to justify the use of deadly force. How you gonna shoot a corpse and then you're gonna say self-defense? That just boggle the mind, you understand? So we'll continue the journey. So Corporal Clifford Duppy Police Coleman claim of self-defense is a clear example of how the law can be abused. It is important to remember the law is not always, and that some people will try to use it to their advantage. In this case, Corporal Clifford Duppy Coleman uses the law to avoid being held accountable for his action, and it failed miserably. However, his claim of self-defense is not credible and should be held responsible for shooting the corpse. It is possible that Corporal duppy police was hallucinating when he hit the cops. However, there is no evidence to support this claim. There is evidence to suggest that Corporal Duppy Police was not hallucinating. For example, he could clearly identify the cops as the victim of a shooting. It is also possible that Corporal Duppy Police was lying about hallucinating. Yeah, because for him to say that he shot the cops in self-defense, that has to be hallucination. He has to be hallucinating because the cops can't move. So you have to conjure up something, another reality when it exists. So he was hallucinating when he do that. So this would be a serious offense, as it would mean he was trying to avoid responsibility for his action. However, there is no way to know whether Duppy Police was hallucinating or lying. Well, yeah, I show that. You understand? Because him to say that the cops, he have to defend himself from the cops. Yeah, it's simple, Is either him hallucinate or him a lie. But we know say a lie, him a lie, because it was cops on the ground. But him claims say him did see the cops and the cops attack him and him have to defend himself. So, however, it is essential to note that there is no evidence to support this claim and that there is evidence to suggest Duppy Police was hallucinating. Some police officers and people at the time think that Coleman was hallucinating. There is no other justification for Duppy Police to shoot the cops, and it seems like a strange and senseless thing to do. However, as I have mentioned, no evidence support the claim of hallucination. For the slow ones, let me educate you about the meaning of hallucinating. It's an experience of perceiving something that is not actually there. It's fictional. Somebody will smoke weed and them see how some little man a crawl and you see them do some weird things. Yeah, that's a form of that's how hallucination work. So that's why I'm to Duppy Police, Corporal Duppy Police. You understand? Yeah. So for the slow ones, I hope that helps you. You understand? So it can involve seeing, hearing, feeling, tasting, or smelling something unreal. Various factors including mental illness, drug use, and neurological conditions can cause hallucinations. So it means because somebody hallucinate means to them, but that kind of thing can cause that. So maybe at the time when him shot the cops, he was hallucinating. Because if the cops are dead person, a lifeless body cannot do anything. So you have to be hallucinating for him to do that, for his actions. Yeah, that's the only justification. So you understand. So that's why, some police were saying, must be hallucinating. You understand? So, however, there is no evidence to support this claim. It is also possible that Coleman shot the cops for another reason, such as to cover up his involvement in the victim's death. Whatever his Corporal Duppy Police actions were wrong, it is essential to note that there is no evidence to support this claim, and there is evidence to support that Corporal Duppy Police was hallucinating. Because he was not checked by a doctor, it is conjecture by some of his colleagues and residents. The only answer to his action is that in his mind, the cops was moving and about to attack, and he shot the cops, which is nothing but pure madness. So that's the only justification for him to shoot the cops. Him see the cops and think the cops are move, cops not moving, and him shot the cops. So hallucination can be very realistic. And it can be difficult to distinguish between a hallucination and an authentic experience. If you are experiencing hallucination, seeking help from a doctor or mental health professional is essential. It is also possible that Duppy Police Corporal Clifford Coleman shot the cops for some other reason. Duppy Police actions were wrong and inexcusable. Police officers are held to a higher standard of conduct. They are expected to use force only when it is necessary and justified, and they should never take the life of an innocent person. Well, boy, the cops, the man already dead, but a 2 times that the man dead, you know. I wonder if the family them did so duppy police and them thing. You understand? So, we'll continue the journey, you know. So, I will avoid being harmful, unethical, toxic, dangerous, or illegal. I will also avoid being insensitive or socially inappropriate. Based on common sense, ethical, and moral standards, I will not be controversial or objectionable. I will not promote violence, hatred, or discrimination. Corporal Clifford, Duppy Police Coleman, is therefore could be considered, his action could be considered as extrajudicial killing, and it's just simple as that. However, it is essential to note that Corporal Clifford, Duppy Police Coleman, was not convicted of any crime. Corporal Clifford, Duppy Police Coleman's actions have raised serious questions about the use of force by police officers. It is essential to ensure that police officers only use energy when necessary and justified. Extrajudicial killing is never justified, and it severely violates human rights. The fact that the man had not been pronounced dead by a doctor means that Corporal Clifford, Duppy Police Coleman, could not have known he was dead. Therefore, his actions could be considered murder, as he did not intend to kill a corpse. In addition, the fact that Corporal Clifford Coleman, otherwise known as Duppy Police, was a police officer meant he must be held to a higher standard of conduct. Police officers are expected to use force only when necessary and justifiable. In this case, it is precise that Corporal Duppy Police actions were not required or justified. As a result, Duppy Police was arrested and charged with murder, but the facts that he was accused of murder showed that the authority believed that his actions were serious and unwarranted prosecution. Corporal Clifford, Duppy Police Coleman actions were senseless and disrespectful. There is no reward for shooting a corpse. Coleman's efforts are traumatize the family. Corporal Clifford, Duppy Police Coleman, shot the corpse to take credit for killing another human being. This would suggest that he has a mental deficiency or a lack of respect for human life. So it's one of two things. Either I'm sick upstairs or I'm just a lack of respect for human life. We respect every life, no matter every life have value. You understand? So Corporal Duppy Police has shown complete disregard for human life and should not be allowed to serve in the police force as a police officer. Corporal Clifford, Duppy Police Coleman, who has portrayed himself a cop as a wicked cop, is likely someone who enjoys the power and control of being a police officer. You know, he may be someone who is sadistic or enjoy inflicting pain on others. There may be also be other reasons that he is corrupt and he uses position to benefit himself. So here are some possible motivation for Corporal Clifford Coleman, Duppy Police, to portray himself as a wicked cop. He used that to intimidate people. A wicked cop may portray himself as a wicked cop to scare people and to make them afraid of him. This can allow Duppy Police to exert power and control over others. Yeah, so that him try to bully himself or over other people. But him can't do that with us here at the Jamaica Young Police Channel. Because Duppy Police are clown. So to gain respect, a wicked cop may portray themselves as a wicked cop to gain respect from other police officers and criminals. They may believe that this will make them seem more robust and fear. Yeah, so he might try, he might have to try to be like a Meverell Smith. Maybe, a Meverell Smith, a Bobby Reds, a Cranston, that who is the East, Fat Wayne Hunt, Big Pack, Wayne Hunt, Fat Man, Gunter, Emford Wade, and I can't remember nobody right now who me know and well, the man that left the thing, you understand. So I just saw it go. So, to justify their action, a wicked cop may portray themselves as wicked to explain their action. They may believe they are doing what is necessary to protect themselves or others, even if their actions are morally wrong. It is important to remember that not all cops who portray themselves as wicked are wicked. Some cops may do so to fit in with a particular group of people to protect themselves from harm. If you encounter a cop who portrays themselves as a wicked cop, you must be aware of your surroundings and take precautions to protect yourself. So if you are in the company of duppy police and you are not friends with me, make sure you take the necessary precautions, you understand? You should also report the cop's behavior to authority. As a wicked cop, a killer fearless, and a comic book hero boasts how many people he has killed as a member of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. But what he has failed to tell most people that he is bragging about by calling himself Bad Indian. Corporal Duppy Police only shot duppies. Dead people who become corpse. And that's how he was arrested and charged with murder and spent over 9 years on suspension for his stupid action. It happened in Kingston Eastern Police Division in the 1990s, and it happened because the man is bloodthirsty. Fool, he's a bloodthirsty fool who has no respect for himself or the dead. Yes, the dead. So the police force has the same culture as the Jamaican society still. The difference is that the police officers who are duppy makers are targeted by criminals, carcinoids, and criminal police officers to make up lies or to send them to prison to get rid of parasites who have been responsible for taking many Jamaicans' life. Corporal Clifford Coleman, the duppy killer, and a coke robber too. Yes, Corporal Clifford Duppy Police Coleman. Yes, he's a coke robber too. He's a duppy killer and a coke robber. Yes, who has admitted to being involved in the coke trade in Jamaica, and the destination for his coke is the United States of America. That is why he was shot and seriously injured by one of his cronies of the Klansman gang, members close to him. And they shot him at his home with his wife and son in the car, and the gunman who was sitting on the red rail leading to his house at Greater Portmore, St. Catherine. Yes, Corporal Clifford Coleman, Duppy Police, had found out that it is a crime to shoot a duppy, a corpse, a dead person, when he was arrested and charged with murder for shooting a duppy. Another fool, low IQ policeman whose IQ is like a rock. Shooting a corpse is illegal and can be dangerous. It's also insensitive to the deceased person and their family. So what he had done, man, is very disgraceful. You know, at the time of the shooting, it shocked the community and asked about the police use of force. Because if Detective Constable Clifford Duppy Police Coleman is willing to kill a duppy in the full view of residents of East Kingston and the man's family, what else is this police doing in his spare time? It is a valid question. So, you know, viewers and subscribers have been asking what we think that this man is doing if he's killing corpse. Well, we don't know. Maybe he's at his place at El Rancho in Dub Oblin. Or maybe he's out there at the sea trying to find coke. Because you know him is a cokeist. You understand? Because this man heavily involved in the coke trade. The shooting itself, as we have said before, it's not justifiable. You cannot shoot a corpse. The only reason for it is justification for shooting the corpse unless he was hallucinating. Nothing else. That's the only thing. Because if a corpse is on the ground and you say the corpse is standing and firing shot at you, you have to be hallucinating. It's have to be hallucinating. So that's why we said that. So now that you have we have educated you on that, the reason why he had shot the corpse, you know, that's just it. You know, there is no other reason for him to shoot it, no justification. And you know, as some of you has rightfully say, yes, it's amount to extrajudicial killing. You know, we're not being mean to anyone, we're just being factual. You understand? Extrajudicial killing, that's what it's boils down to nothing else. Have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica, Young Police Channel, out.